Hello and welcome to Defense Matters. It's a program that highlights the activities of the Nigerian military and its sister service. I am your host, Kikelomo Okeri. Let's take a look at the airstrike hit terrorist hideouts in Niger State. The airstrike carried out by the air component of Operation Wild Punch targeted at terrorist hideout in Shiroro local government area of Niger State and against economic saboteur in the oil-rich Niger Delta region have yielded significant results. The Nigerian Air Force disclosed this in a statement. The Nigerian Air Force says the airstrike in Shiroro were executed at the stronghold of notorious terrorist kingpin Malam Umar and several other commanders located in the Alawa forest area. Let's listen to the report.
In a statement issued by the Director of Public Relations and Information, Nigeria Air Force Air Vice Marshal Edward Gabquet, the strikes conducted were a sequel to extensive intelligence surveillance and reconnaissance ISR operations in the targeted area, revealing clusters of huts within compounds amidst dense vegetation, with significant presence of armed terrorists loitering around the vicinity. Gabquet said painstaking intelligence earlier gathered had confirmed that these same terrorists were responsible for the recent attacks on ground troops at Bassa community, as well as multiple improvised explosive devices. IEDS incidences along the Pandogari-Alawa road within the same local government area. Accordingly, the air component promptly deployed its air assets to decisively eliminate the terrorists, resulting in effective and maximum damage to the targets. A post-strike battle damage assessment later confirmed the neutralization of several of the terrorists and the destruction of their hideouts, with positive consequences on their ability to attack surface forces as well as innocent civilians within the area. Against oil thieves in Rivers State, the NAF says similar airstrikes were also carried out. This time, surveillance over Ebema, Akaso, Krakama, Kirikama, and Military Council Valley revealed a retinue of illegal refining sites which were effectively destroyed by the air component of Operation Delta State. A Cotonou boat fully loaded with crude oil products was also observed at Atako Karakama, about to depart southwards, and was subsequently attacked and destroyed. At Krikama, several coking sites were observed and destroyed as well. In all, 18 illegal refining sites and 3 Cotonou boats were destroyed. These strikes have substantially weakened the potency of terrorist elements in the northwest and oil thieves in the Niger Delta region to continually constitute a security threat to the well-being of the nation and its citizenry. For the NAF, air operations, while collaborating with other security agencies, will continue across the nation through extensive situational awareness, constant patrols, and targeted interdiction of criminals. Safe havens, the Air Force.
Defense correspondents embark on insightful media outreach visit to Headquarters 8th Division and Operation Adarindaji, both in Sokoto and Zamfara states. The media outreach visit was aimed to provide defense correspondents with first-hand experience and insight into the operational activities and impact of military in the region. It also served as an opportunity to foster greater understanding and communication between the military and the media. Let's listen to the report.
The defense correspondents led by Deputy Director Coordination Media Operation Brigadier General Mohammed Tahiru Abumawashi have undertook a visit to Headquarters 8th Division. During their visit, the team of correspondents received a comprehensive briefing from Major General Godwin Mutkut, the General Officer commanding 8th Division and Commander Joint Task Force Northwest, Operation Hadari Daji, OPHD. The briefing covered a wide range of topics, including the operational responsibilities of 8th Division and OPHD ongoing operational activities, interagency cooperation, civil-military cooperation activities, troops welfare, as well as achievements and challenges.
I have the responsibility of being both the General Officer commanding and the Force Commander Operation Hadrin Daji, as earlier mentioned, which is a joint task force operation in the northwestern part of Nigeria. The Joint Task Force presently has 3 fully operational sectors, which are Sector 1, 2, and 3. Sector 4, which is in Kebbi State, has just been opened, but is not fully operational. But with staff in place, and we've been carrying out some small operations. The division is currently engaged in dry season clearance operation, having completed the wet season operation, which yielded tremendous operational successes. Our working relationship with other security agencies remains cordial. The Joint Task Force operation involves the military and other relevant security agencies, with each playing its constitutional roles. Intelligence sharing among the agencies is highly appreciable and has paved way for the numerous successes we've recorded so far in the fight against insecurity in the northwestern part of Nigeria. We do organize a joint show of force whenever a need arises. We carry out operations in collaboration with other security agencies, including Nigerian Police, the DSS, Customs, Immigration, Civil Defense, to mention just but a few. This collaboration has really impacted positively on our various operations as we combat armed banditry, terrorism, kidnap for ransom, cattle rustling, drug peddling and its abuse, arms smuggling along our international borders and other forms of criminal activities wreaking havoc in the northwestern part of the country, which is our operational responsibility.
The Commander, Headquarters 8th Division Garrison, Brigadier General Alex Tawasimi, accompanied the correspondents to the hinterland forward operating bases within Sector 3, Sokoto, where they had the opportunity to interact with rescued kidnapped victims and engage with local communities. The team also had an elaborate interview session with the local council officials, including the sole administrator of Goronyo, LGA, Honorable Kabiru Shehu, Saki Fulani, and the Secretary of the Council, Alhaji Shehu Isa, who gave us a comprehensive analysis of the banditry activities in the area, including the puzzle over the identity of these bandits.
Generally, and, you know, the situation here has to do with violent extremism and insurgency, which we are trying our utmost way to tackle. So far, so good. We have tried, and like you know, also, the Sokoto State is not really the epicenter of the activity. The epicenter of the activity is in Zamfara and Katsina State. So Sokoto, because we share boundary with Zamfara, most activity dovetail into Sokoto side of the town. So we see more activities in the general area of Isa, Goronyo, and Sabongbrini, which share the boundary with Zamfara State. That does not also mean that we don't have activities across the border, because we have a borderline also that covers the general area of Ilela, Bodabawa, Tangaza, the borderline with Niger Republic, which we also face. So we have border activities that warrants insurgency or crossover insurgency from the Nigerian Republic. So those are what we do largely in Sokoto State and Sector 3 operation, other than that. So I'm not wasting too much time. So that we have about 1 hour, 30-minute journey to do to Goronyo, where you interact with people. That's why I'm trying to bridge this so that I can do that quickly.
From the southern part of the country, they always point finger on Fulani people. And the majority of our people here, or many of our people here, are Fulanis. These bandits we are talking about, as you said, they are not an indigenous of this country. This is the fact. The majority of these people, 80-something% of these bandits are non-Nigerians. When they entered this country, the situation was very unfortunate. But you should take note of one thing, that when somebody is in a deep poverty, he don't control himself. When somebody is in hunger, he cannot control himself. Not all people. I say somebody. These bandits came from other country. They enter into this country because we are rich. They are very poor. Remember. But when they come to Nigeria, they believe that if they do this, they will get that. That's what they start of the banditry. They started, they will take you away to a forest whereby even if they lead you, you cannot come back to your own village. Then from there, they started employing small boys. Those they don't even know what is banditry. They only receive information from them. When they receive information from them that that secretary for local government is a rich man, they don't know that a civil servant can never call himself a rich man, but he is holding a position.
The next leg of the visit took the team to Gusau, Zamfara State, the location of the headquarters of Operation Hadari Daji. We are engaged with local communities to gain insights into the impact of military operations in their areas and assess the sentiments of the local population.
The expanse of forest connecting Zamfara and Niger Republic through Katsina, Kebbi, and Sokoto State affords the insurgents some level of freedom of action and access illicit weapons. Troops and other security agencies operating in the area are often constrained by the nature of the terrain, and limitations in the area are often constrained by limitations of wheeled vehicles. Nevertheless, the sector has been exploring ways of overcoming some of these environmental and technical problems by synergizing with traditional institutions as well as adapting to the use of motorcycles to penetrate the hinterlands in pursuit of the violent insurgents. A look at the current threat perception. The threat in Section 1 revolves around armed banditry and its related activities like kidnapping, cattle rustling, highway robbery, and imposition of illegal levy on communities. The sources of threats and perpetrators could be broadly classified into 4 categories. The first category consists of mainly Fulani insurgents who are mainly involved in cattle rustling, kidnapping for ransom, and levy of communities. The next category includes attacks perpetrated by mainly Hausa vigilante groups, popularly known as NSAKI, against suspected insurgents. Even though most violent extremists are Fulanis and Hausas, in order to achieve equality, all ethnic groups have been brought together to form the Zamfara State Community Protection Guard to ensure equal representation. The second category
what we start to be doing now is that since they are start to move on motorcycles, that's why the Nigerian Army too has also introduced the use of motorcycles. So in the rainy season, mostly what we do is we explore the opportunity of using motorcycles to go after them. And also, we also complement with our gun trucks, which are not as heavy as these armored vehicles. Even though the troop will actually be exposed to enemy fire, you understand what I'm saying? But it's also, during these operations, they also give them, they require support to be able to defeat whichever adversary that is before them. This is just the, I will be able to respond to your, all right, thank you very much. Not be everybody, you understand? As they have their own loyalists, who are also like, that's why they have their gun runners, their logistics suppliers, obviously mean they are loyal to them, you understand? So that does not mean everybody too is loyal to them. They will actually receive a lot of support from the locals too. Because there are no any operation we go for without the support of like the vigilantes, and we also have an organization similar to that of Christian called Yansa in this.
Counterinsurgency operation is a very difficult operation. Very, very difficult. It's easy for you to, let me take for instance from the last question, that how many are they that can't definitely crush them? They will go far. Now look at what is happening, what is going on in Israel now, between Israel and Gaza. What is the strength of the Hamas? 2,000. 2,000. We shall appreciate that thing because I did national security course in Israel in 2015. Now, reserve alone, Israel called out 300,000 reserves. Not the current military that does. They have the Israeli Defense Force. Not the current military they have. Reserve alone 300. How many months now? They are still fighting 2,000 Hamas fighters. So this is counterinsurgency. It's not the normal war, general war. As I've said, if it is general war, you can say, okay, artillery, soften the ground. You understand? You use artillery, barrage artillery to soften the ground. Everything there, anything, living thing there will be, you understand, destroyed completely. You just go there, maybe those that are remaining, just clear off. But this is not that. That's why we have this, you should do a lot of readings. We have this, the impossible trilemma of counterinsurgency operations. You have to balance between collateral damage, destroying the insurgents, you understand, and force protection. There are a lot of things out there, a lot. And all these questions you have asked, they are all within certain theories. These people, they are people that wrote on all these things. That's why I say you should do a lot of reading as journalists. Now look at David Galula. David Galula was a retired lieutenant colonel. He sojourned in Indochina and equally in Algeria. Those is laws, as we keep on saying, that the first law is the civilian population is paramount.
At Bulgon, the local government area of Zamfara State, with the Emir of Kwatakwashi, His Royal Highness Alhaji Garba Ahmad Bonu, after a meticulous interactions with him and his palace guards. Meeting with the Emir of Kwatakwashi, who is already a person of interest to defense correspondents due to his recent controversial coronation of a bandit leader, was a great delight. Most of the defense correspondents took time to interact with his subjects to ascertain the true position of things in the area.
Harkar zinari ta ƙara kawo wasu abubuwa na rashin dangantaka, sannan kuma da yawa ba koyo ciki akwai mutanen waje waɗanda don umhanin kansu suna kawo makamai suna ba wasu, gaskiya suna kawo makamai suna ba wasu, suna faɗa musu da suke so don su yi protecting ɗinsu. Sun ba mu dama muna kashe kanmu, su suna amfani da abubuwa. Saboda haka in ana so a gano gaskiya, kowa na da laifi ga harkar. Amma dai babban matsalar shine akwai foreign intervention. In wasu ba su faɗi mu muna faɗi, ba abin da za ta ce an kashe mutanenmu, an kashe kowa, hilalin kashe su ake dawa suke. Sai a zo a ce an yi ambushi ɗin sai rani. Sojoji su dawo nasara muna mun gode da following day sai a gansu su shigo. To me ke kawo wannan abu? Dole sai mun zauna daga can sama. Tsaro gwamnoni ba su da ba da tsaro. Gwamnoni ba shi ke da 'yan sanda ba, gwamnoni ba shi ke da sojoji ba. Wannan ana son a ɗauko shi from the root. Sai gwamnatin tarayya ta zanna, ta duba, ta yi nazari, ta haɗa tim wanda a tim na gaskiya an gano root ɗin abun sannan a maganin shi gaba. Ba a cewa sun kuna magani, ba a cewa kuma sun ba zai magani ba, amma a gano cause ɗin abun. Sannan kuma gwamnati ta hito da ƙarfin ta nuna cewa ƙasar ta ce ba. Akwai sarki wanda ke tare da barayi, magana gaskiya. Akwai 'yan sanda da ke tare da barayi, akwai sojoji da ke tare da barayi, akwai wani wanda zai je su magana kayan abin ga ya sanyo kayan soja in ba soja sun gama ci ba sai ya zo ya amfani da wannan dama su wuce saboda kuɗin da ake bashi abu ne mawayaci sai an tsaya an bincika sosai informers din ba ana neman mazauna gari ba kawai ana nihin informers cikin security force da su traditional rulers da mutanen gari su ne informers. An kama wasu sarakuna suna tare da barayi wasu dole ne saboda barawo ga gari in an kaci karhin gari sarkin bai iya zuwa ya rubuta wani kuma kwaɗai ne sannan wasu polis haka wasu sojojin an ɗauke su ba tare da bincike ba irin na da in za a ɗauki ɗan sanda aiki sai an je ga hakimin gari ya rubuta takarda cewa ɗan gidan wani ne ko polis za ka shiga haka ma yan haka sojoji yanzu recruitment kullum an tashi sai a tura mutane a je a recruitment ɗinsu.
However, some officers of FOB Sector 1 demonstrated.
This is where we draw the curtain on Defense Matters. Join us again next week on this same station. We are on channel 276 on Star Time. You can also visit our social media handle at Global TV NG. Till I come your way again, I am Kike Lomo Okeri. I celebrate you all.